A very good afternoon from Kingsway Reserve, the home of Olympic Kingsway Football Club. It is finals day in the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup. And first up we're going to have today is the Masters Grand Final, and that will see Congo against Zimbabwe. But before we get into the action, here are some messages from our sponsors.
Kaya police call Togoban Eloy, Kukwat call Togoban, Inalang Kia war, Kuyen Elon one, be Nang Kajaj, Tanin, Kuyen Ele be Nang Kajik Kacheko, Jake Kwan, Okudnum Dun Yik. Now which loan one Langai Kajaj, Marot Okudnum Police, Western Australia He, Chapol Akuma again, WA, Perth.
Welcome to Geodrill, the hallmark of safety first and eco-friendly drilling in West, East and Southern Africa. Established in 1998, the company operates in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire and Mali in West Africa. With state-of-the-art equipment, training and cutting-edge technology, Geodrill has become the vanguard of drilling on the African continent. With a track record of 2 decades of professionalism, dedication and commitment, Geodrill continues to lead the drilling industry, meeting the highest industry safety standards with an environmentally friendly drilling philosophy. Geodrill, your preferred drilling partner in Africa.
And welcome back to Kingsway Reserve. We're just waiting for the teams to emerge from the tunnel. They're lining up. We can hear the noise down there. It's a fairly warm day, I have to say, here in Perth, Western Australia today. So the Masters are a little bit hard done by because they were meant to be kicking off at 9 o'clock and the fixture got moved now to a kickoff time of 11 o'clock local time. So it's going to be a little bit hotter for these guys, and of course they are a little bit older. As we turn our attention to the team lineups, and there are a few changes to the Congo team, but look out for them. Some of the nicknames we've got: Fernando Mwamba, who prefers to be known as Ricardo. Dikaka Abandelwa is known as Ame. And we have also Bronson, which is the nickname for Eddie Kalau. And also Jackson is the nickname for Ehota Abandelwa. So if you hear those names, that's who I'm going to be referring to during the call. And also as we now turn our attention to the lineups for Zimbabwe. And there's a couple of changes to their lineup. In fact, Munya Kawara, Solo Adamson and Clement Nyashanu are not available today, but coming in is Mufundi Moyo and Carrington Riano. And again, they will be looking to really have a good form in this game. They had a 2-0 lead in their semi-final, ended up drawing 3-3 in that game against Liberia, but eventually came through victorious in a penalty shootout. Well, I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all of the action with you as the substitutes make their way out to the bench, and hopefully some of them have got some hats to protect themselves from the sun. Now the officials make their way out as well, and both teams, and of course we will have the national anthems as well. Coming up after this will be the juniors final and then the men's senior final, which will see South Sudan taking on Liberia. That should be an absolute cracker. The juniors final is, again, it is Sudan versus Morocco. But it is time now for us to pause for the national anthems. And I think first up we should have the national anthem of Congo. And, of course, that was the national anthem of Zimbabwe. Now we will have the national anthem of Congo. And good to see the formalities over, and now the teams will just go through and shake hands with the officials and obviously the opposition, and then we can get proceedings underway. Coming into this final, Congo, they played 4, won 3, lost 1, and they've kept 2 clean sheets in the tournament. Zimbabwe, on the other hand, played 4, won 2, lost 1, drew 1, and they've only kept the 1 clean sheet in the tournament. So they will be up against it a little bit today, because you feel that Congo, again, has got the goal-scoring capabilities that could trouble them. The only loss for Zimbabwe, that came against Zambia, where they lost 2-3 on week 3 of the tournament. As I mentioned, they drew in their semi-final 3-3 against Liberia, having been 2-0 up and then being 3-2 up with a minute to play. And then they unbelievably conceded a penalty in the very last kick of the game. Penalty was converted, went into a shootout, and I have to say all credit to Zimbabwe, because they notched every single one of their spot kicks, which assured them a place in today's grand final. I just seeing the 2 captains talking to the officials, and I'm sure that one of the things they'll be saying is, if you're going to go down, only go down if you're genuinely injured, because we did have a few delays in the heat here over the past few weeks, where some of these older players, they go to ground and they're just very, very slow to get up, and the referee rather has the problem actually having to stop the game to make sure they are actually okay. Well, certainly Anias Manyaruke is the captain of Zimbabwe, and he looked really lively. Great crosser of a ball. And as we can see, the captain for Congo, Jean-Michel Kasongo, he prefers to be known as Jean-Michel, so we will honour that during the game. As I say, it is a warm day here. There is a slight breeze, though. We'll see probably the corner flags fluttering later, blowing from the Zimbabwe end straight across the pitch. It's literally going from one end to the other at the moment. Maybe just slightly going across on a slight angle, but it is a very welcome breeze on what is a very warm day. So, kick-off of the Make Smoking History Masters Perth African Nations Cup for 2021 about to get underway. And it looks as if it will be Congo kicking off. Congo in the blue and red, Zimbabwe in the yellow and green. And it looks as if, to me, Zimbabwe just having one final huddle. Certainly taking their time to get into positions. The referee, I think, just giving them a bit of a hurry up. Both these teams certainly played some entertaining football. Congo, of course, their national team known as the Leopards, and Zimbabwe, the Warriors. So we may give them the honour of referring to them by their national team's nicknames at points during the game. So kick-off just moments away. Referee's assistant just wishing both benches all the best. 35 minutes each way, and then we go straight to penalties if it is a draw. I'm Ashley Morrison, as I say, sharing all of the action with you today as Congo get us underway. Not expecting a very fast-paced game, given away immediately in the defensive line. Short passing game. Good play in the end coming from Subukosi Moyo. Coming out wide, intercepted brilliantly. Great surge forward from Lakunda. Lakunda looks up, outside of the foot to the back post. Header's a good one. Round the post it goes. Good save, Patrick Kauza. But a really good start by Congo. Could have so easily opened the scoring in the very first minute. So now corner from the right-hand side. Drilled low. Doesn't get past the first defender. Good work by McCormack. But he's given possession away again. Congo slips past the first defender, looks up, whips in a great cross. High up inside the penalty area was Lakunda again, but this time cleared away by Zimbabwe. Stolen back again by Congo. On the ball is Ricardo. Played it forward, but headed clear by the defensive line for Zimbabwe. Good pressure in the forward line from Zimbabwe. They need that at the moment. But just in the defensive line. Congo now looking to build again from the back. Zimbabwe trudging out from their defensive line, looking to play it on. That's a great flick on. No flag, but it's going to roll all the way through to Patrick Kauza. Kauza kicks long, up over halfway. It's like pushing the back from the defender, so it'll be a free kick on halfway. Mokebe takes it quickly. Both players are onside again. Clean through just to keep it a beat. 1-0. Well, what a finish. There was no flag whatsoever. And Onayas Manyaruke has opened the scoring, you'd have to say, almost against the run of play. Well, it was just a ball over the top, and they didn't wait for it. And then Onayas was on hand to make it 1-0. And that is the perfect start when you think what pressure they were under. Congo, now they're onside, bursting forward, just taking a tumble, wasn't touched. And dribbling it back into the defensive penalty area, beaten Nyama's given it away, and they're equalised. Well, what a comeback by Congo. And that is the perfect response. And it's a good finish this time by Lakunda to make it 1-1. Oh, would you believe it? Congo with the perfect response. And that is even less than a minute. I make that just 50 seconds after the first goal was scored. So a really good comeback by Congo. And it's game on again. Zimbabwe will be frustrated. It looked as if there was nothing going to happen there. Good header forward again. Alea goes back to the goalkeeper. Short little header. Just looked as if he was caught in the back that time. Eme, which is Dekaka Abandelwa, just giving away the free kick. And the referee asking the physio to come on. Gives me a chance again to thank our sponsors who are making this broadcast possible. Lifespan Consultants, a 3-generation family business in life insurance and financial planning. You can get in touch with them. They're in Flynn Street, Wembley. The number is 63238691. That's Lifespan Consultants. And, of course, Geodrill, building relationships between Ghana and Australia, a leading exploration drilling company based in Ghana, employing and training Ghanaians. And, of course, we'd also like to acknowledge the WA Police Force, which is now recruiting and looking for people with different backgrounds and cultures to reflect their local West Australian community. If you want a job with more, visit letsjoinforces.wa.gov.au. and they're looking definitely for people from the African community to join the West Australian Police Force, and it would be a great career, I'm sure, for anybody interested. And finally, of course, Healthway and the Make Smoking History message. Just taking a little bit longer to get to the feet, and this was one of the issues we had with the Masters, was when players go down, they tend to go down for a little bit longer than your average player. But pleased to see, back up on his feet is, he's trying to see what number it is. I thought it was, I will see in a second. Anyway, it will be a free kick to Zimbabwe. Game all tied up at the moment at 1 apiece. Played forward down the right-hand side. Back on the pitch is Sam Karangwa. Good ball wide now. Mokebe beats one. Mokebe looks up. Good header clear, but it's going to break on the far side to McCormack. McCormack clips it again inside the penalty. A good header just wide of the post. Well, another great opportunity for Zimbabwe to steal the lead. And that was Wilbert Tashabangu with the opportunity. He just beat the defensive line, got his header there, but just couldn't get it inside the post. But Zimbabwe certainly showing that when they go forward, they are very threatening. So Lafombo with the goal kick. He's the first touch he's actually had, the goalkeeper for Congo. Pulling wide, giving him an option is Eme. Goes straight up the middle though. Headed back to his defensive line, almost put them under pressure there, was Bellington Marufu. McCormack looks to again play the crossfield ball. Headed clear this time. It's a good header by Jean-Michel. And in the midfield, Congo have it. Ricochets forward, but Zimbabwe will clean up in the defensive line. Stolen away momentarily. Played forward. Headed up in the air that time. Wasn't the greatest of headers to clear the danger. And the flag goes up this time for offside, and well, that's going to be a card probably for kicking the ball away after the whistle. The referee, though, may well be just going, calm down, I don't want any more of that. And I think that's very sensible refereeing. So a little bit of frustration coming through there at that time. So again, it'll be Lafombo to play the ball forward from the free kick. Clearly some holding by the defender that time on Lukunda. And again, the defence just hesitating. The ball played back. There's trouble. It's going to break kindly. This should be a second for Zimbabwe across the face of goal. Oh, brilliant defence. Well, that was outstanding defence from Jean-Michel. It looked as if they must score. And I'm sure that Wilbert Tashabango is wondering how he did not score. But great defensive work by Jean-Michel, and somehow he managed to stop that one going in. And his team are still tied level at 1 apiece, but they got defending to do now from the corner. Now the crowd, which is beginning to grow here at Kingsway Olympics ground, really enjoying that excitement there. They felt sure that Zimbabwe were going to get the goal. A little bit of pushing and shoving, top of the circle. Mokebe is there. Up it goes, flick to the back post off the defender's head. Clearance. And it's gone over the head of the Zimbabwe defender, brought down eventually by Dia. Played forward. That's a good ball forward in the end from Jackson, but it's gone over the side, but it was off the Zimbabwe player, so it'll be a Congo throw-in, level with the penalty box on the right-hand side. Congo now looking to bounce back as quickly as they can from that near goal at the other end. And they've given a free kick away. I think it was a handball. So once more, they're going to have to start defending. Just coming up to the 10-minute mark. As I mentioned, 35 minutes each way in this Masters final. Lukunda tries to side foot it home from outside the penalty area rather. And that was an easy save for Patrick Cowser. Good header forward. And again, that's good defence. Lukunda just trying to lift it over the defender, but just rising to the occasion was the good work coming from. And it slipped there. And not kept in play that time by Sam Karangwa. So it'll be a Congo ball from the side. So throw in to be taken by Pascal Jean Mohombo. Throws it to Ricardo. And Ricardo trying to give the return pass, but he's got the angles wrong. It goes out over the sideline, so Zimbabwe again get the chance to play out of defence. Short throw and penalised for a foul throw. Taken quickly that time by Ricardo. And another free kick won by Congo. Complaints from Zimbabwe, but it's not going to change the referee's decision. And just taking the ball away and dropping it, beaten Nyama. And the referee again, very quick to have just a quiet word. Ball played to the near post. That was a little bit too ambitious from the captain. And he really needed to curl it probably to the back post. And puts his hand up in apology. And also I think just apologising to the bench, Wilonia Joseph. He knows he should have done better. So goal kick now to Patrick Cowser. Still one apiece in this match, this grand final of the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup Masters competition in 2021. Short ball played out, heavy touch, clears it down the danger zone you feel, but it was a mistrap in the end coming from Eme, and now there's a chance for Zimbabwe to break forward. Ball played down the line, accelerations there, but getting to the ball first is Safari Bafubusha. And up the line it goes and over the sideline. So it's going to be a throw-in to Zimbabwe. They'd really love to get a second goal now. Strong clearance coming from Jean-Michel and took a deflection. And just see the coach, not sure you can see it, but from Congo just getting off his bench, big smile on his face, but I think he's just wanting the players to try and play rather than just the kick upfield. It's gone upfield again, played back, a little bit of pressure put there on the defence of Zimbabwe, but they come up with the ball, looking for the crossfield ball, but Lukunda should get that. The wind just carrying it into his path perfectly. Lukunda accelerating away, gets to the edge of the penalty area, almost skips past the defender, but good recovery that time from Sam Karangwa. And it's going to be a corner, though, to Congo. Just showing there how the wind has got the ability to just change the direction of the ball. Ball was played across the field of play and it just curled nicely into the path of Lukunda. So Mohombo was ready for the short corner. He's now moving away. Body's at the back post looking to make a run in. It's played to the near post, nodded on by the defender. It's probably, yes, it is indeed going to be another corner on the far side of the pitch. So Congo asserting a little bit of pressure here. Jackson. Well, I thought he was going to take it, but I think he's going to, in the end, leave it for Deer. And Deer makes his way over, just places the ball where he's happy with it. And it's short this time. Zimbabwe cut it out and carry it to top of the penalty area. And that's a good ball forward almost. It just didn't bounce kindly for Zimbabwe. And Congo have the ball again through Ricardo. Good ball forward from him. Well-paced pass into the penalty area. It goes. Joseph shoots on the turn. It's gone in! Congo have a second. That is just what they needed, and the captain gets the second goal. Goalkeeper coming out to celebrate. Joseph almost looked like he'd misstruck that, but he found the bottom corner. And Patrick Kauser could just watch the ball as it rolled in. So with 15 minutes gone, Congo 2, Zimbabwe 1. You do feel, though, there are more goals to be had in this game. Sam Karangwa penalised there for an infringement. Now he's standing over the ball and the referee is going to get him to move away. Taken quickly. That was intelligent play. Really smart play that time from Mahombo. Infield ball cut out by Zimbabwe, given away. They're going to steal it back though. That was good work that time coming from Oneas Manyaruke. He scored the opening goal and gave Zimbabwe the lead in this match. That's a good header clear from the top of the area. Good first time pass coming from Fazekis. Comes back to Fazekis. Fazekis just one of two players not from Congo in the Congo team. Crossfield ball. McCormack will pick up that for Zimbabwe. Comes out wide now to Karangwa. Karangwa forced back. There's really nowhere to go with Ricardo ahead of him. Given away in the end, and now a chance for Lekunda to break forward to Ricardo. Gets the first time pass back to Lekunda. Lekunda now looking to skip past the defender. Corner given, although appeals for a goal kick. I must admit, I thought the last touch came off Lekunda there. But it is yet another corner for Congo. Can they get another goal now? Short pass, Ricardo clips it to the back post, brought down on the chest. Played back this time to Jackson. Jackson's short pass and a slip. Fazekis was just trying to play that one square, and unfortunately for him, his teammate just slipping at the crucial time. That was Dia. So Zimbabwe looking to get back on level terms. As I mentioned, only lost the one game, 2-3 to Zambia. That was in week 3. Strong tackle coming in from Mahombo. And breaking forward now into the penalty area. Joseph! Well, there you go. That's his second. And it's a third for Congo. And they take a 3-1 lead, courtesy of their captain. And that is 2 within 2 minutes from Wilonia Joseph. And again, a really good finish, curling it round the keeper. So halfway through the first half of this Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup 2021. And it is Congo 3, Zimbabwe 1. Oh dear, that was late. So Zimbabwe get a free kick. So holding a high line now, Congo. Just a dummy for the free kick originally. Good defensive play, though. The ball breaks down to Mokebe. Mokebe tries to get on his right foot. Drives the shot. Good defensive block, though, coming in by Mahombo. Played out of defence that time by Ricardo, but it's back with Zimbabwe. They've got numbers forward if they can play it to each other, but it's intercepted again by Ricardo. Fazekis goes back into the defensive line. 5 Congo players now in a line along the defensive line. One moving forward now, and that is Eme. And a little nudge in the back. Referee says play on. The short pass comes to Fazekis. Fazekis playing it forward, cut out in the middle of the defensive line. Zimbabwe have numbers deep in the midfield, but they really need to be pushing a little bit further forward. And off the thigh, can't keep that in play. A little bit of frustration showing from Karangwa. Throw in now to come from Mohombo. And he was wise to not throw at that point in time. McCormack keeps it in. Good clearance in the end from Jean-Michel. Jean-Michel, who hails from Lubumbashi. He's actually a qualified referee, the big number 5 for Congo. Work again, that time coming from Eme. Short pass to Fazekas. Fazekas somehow managed to get around, or rather through, his opposite number, Moyo. Picked up this time again by Zimbabweans, Nelia. Good pass infield. Now there's nobody further inside, so he's having to try and clip the ball to the far side. A slip in defence, looking to pounce, but eventually Congo clear, and the player in the forward line, Wilonya Joseph, offside just marginally. The defence actually stepping out just before the ball was played forward. I think they realised that it was going to be hit long. Once again, just like to acknowledge our sponsors. The WA Police Force, as I mentioned, is recruiting now and looking for people with different backgrounds. Great skills coming into the box from Karangwa. Lays it off to McCormack. McCormack out again to Karangwa. Karangwa, 2 defenders ahead of him. Looks to go around the side. It's come off his knees, and it will be a goal kick. As I was saying, the WA Police Force looking for people from different backgrounds and cultures to reflect our local West Australian community. If you want a job with more, visit letsjoinforceswa.wa.gov.au. letsjoinforces.wa.gov.au. And also Lifespan Consultants, a 3rd-generation family business. They stand for honesty, competence and commitment to their clients in life insurance and financial planning. Find them in Flynn Street, Wembley, or you can take down the number 6323-8691. That's 6323-8691. And of course, Geodrill, as we mentioned, the preferred drilling partner in Africa. And they've been supporting us for the last 3 years here at the Perth African Nations Cup. And we do appreciate that support, trying to build relationships between Africa and Australia. McCormack is going to get there. Oh no, it's just nicked away. Good work from Mohombo. McCormack, though, gets it back for Zimbabwe. Played out. Now Karangwa looks to get it down the line, but good defence again by Congo. Played long by Jean-Michel. And that's going to just run out of play. Just coming up to 23 minutes gone, 35-minute halves in the Masters competition. So half-time coming up to 10 minutes away. Strong challenges going in, and it's Zimbabwe, though, come up with the ball. Ball played forward, letting it just run a little bit there was Tashabango. Tashabango again gets the ball now, tries to nutmeg. Didn't come off, but the ball came back to him, and that's a good pass forward. Onside, there's a really good chance. Cross the face of goal, cut out well. That was Rihanna with the cross. It's not gone out of play, so now there's a chance again for Jean-Michel. Plays the short pass to Lukunda. Lukunda's played it forward. Joseph chasing, coming back. Did it go off the defender? And I think there's no doubt that it did. It was beaten Nyama coming back, and Wilonya Joseph playing it into his shins, and another corner for Congo. And maybe the time it's taking Congo to get forward just tells you how much the heat and the pace of this game has taken out of the players, because it has been played at a fairly steady pace. Often Masters a little bit slower, but both teams very happy to go on the attack, and once they do, that surge of energy coursing through their veins. That's a poor corner, though. And now taken quickly by Zimbabwe, and Congo going to have to get back. They've got numbers coming forward, Zimbabwe. Just having to check back was Karangwa. McCormack goes infield. He's given the ball away. Lovely skills, Lukunda. Comes out wide now to Eme. Eme faced with McCormack. Plays it into the penalty area. Easy clearance in the 6-yard box. Karangwa, that's a good ball. Saw the run coming out of defence. And it's going to deflect nicely. Onyes is chasing. He's not going to get the ball. Comes infield now to Sherwin. Ricardo for Congo. Fazekas just put under pressure, but Congo still keep possession, and it will go out for a throw-in halfway inside the Zimbabwe half. So 10 minutes to go in the first half. Scoreline at the moment reads Congo 3, Zimbabwe 1. Zimbabwe opened the scoring in just the 3rd minute, but immediately Congo got back on level terms within 50 seconds. Lukunda scoring there, and then 2 goals to their captain. Wilonya Joseph sees them in a nice position at the moment. And the Vuvuzelas are here. Well, it wouldn't be, would it? It wouldn't be an African game without the Vuvuzela. Although very much a South African instrument rather than from either of these countries. Possibly the most famous Zimbabwean footballer would be Bruce Grobbelaar, formerly with Liverpool. And he, of course, went from Zimbabwe and played in South Africa. Up in the air it goes. Fazekas is underneath it, gets his head on it. Not sure that was where it intended, but Dia brings it down. Good pass from him, finds Ricardo. Ricardo looking for the run from Dia that never came, and so he hit a ball trying to get it in behind the defence, but defence standing tall for Zimbabwe. And trying to drill that one through for Zekas. It breaks for Joseph. Joseph plays it through to Lukunda, but he's offside. And Lukunda, as most forwards will do, complains. And to be fair to the referee's assistant, he was perfectly placed for that pass. But we've got another player down now, so referee is probably going to get the treatment coming on, and really I think it's just refreshments, just a couple of bottles of water going on for beaten Nyama. Probably another minute or so to be added on. In fact, Nyama's just going to hobble off. The coach doesn't give him any water in the end. I think he's basically turned around and said, well, if you want it, come and get it. So just a little tap on the ankle. And taking his time to make his way from the field of play. And I think we are going to see a change for Zimbabwe. Mfundi Moyo will be the player coming on. He's just changing his shirt. I'm hoping he's still got the same number, or whether he's changing number completely. Yeah, he's going to be wearing the number 12 by the looks of things, because the shirt was slightly different. So Mfundi Moyo comes on as beaten Nyama takes a seat on the bench. And it will be a free kick for offside to Zimbabwe. If you remember, it was Lukunda who just went a little bit early. Played out wide to McCormack, brings it down. Down the line it goes, ricochets nicely back to McCormack. He's given a tricky pass to Mokebe. Mokebe beats Fazekas. Fazekas comes back, Mokebe keeps the ball, tries a back heel. Didn't really go the way he would have hoped, and it was a wild swing in the end. And it's going to break for Wilonya Joseph now as Congo, he skips past the first defender. Joseph looks to square it, good defence in the end, and cleared over the sideline by Zimbabwe. So trudging forward Mahombo. Fazekas making a run. Mahombo's going to go back in a more defensive line to Ricardo, and that's going to be, well, it kept him well by Mahombo. I didn't think he was going to get that high, but he did. Kept it in play. Strong defence again coming from the back from Jean-Michel. Nice turn again. Lukundo, he just got caught on the ankle there, and an apology. Good to see coming very quickly. That time from Riano. Sherwin played it forward. And just overhit past that time for Zimbabwe as we enter the final 5 minutes now of the first half. Can Zimbabwe pull a goal back before half-time? They certainly wouldn't want Congo to get another goal and just stretch that lead to 3. Mahombo plays it forward again. Mokebe stole it. It's going to break, though, for Ricardo. Ricardo comes back to Sherwin. And that's gone through. Fazekas, though, won't get on the end of that one. Alexander Fazekas. I believe that Fazekas is a Romanian name. I will stand corrected if I'm wrong. Clipped forward again. It's a good run coming this time from Karangwa. Keeps it in play for Zimbabwe. Short pass, and he was hoping that, I think, Karangwa was going to turn around, but no chance that time. Riano chases, puts pressure on the defence. Karangwa goes off his feet over the sideline. Eme throws it to Fazekas. Fazekas flicks it on. Fazekas should get that, just lifts it over the top to Joseph. Joseph, and it looked like an arm coming up there. And it's, in fact, I think it was given for a high boot from Joseph, just danger. So it comes out wide again to Karangwa. Karangwa trying to get the better of Mahombo, and the free kick goes the way of Zimbabwe, and Mahombo's shoulders just drop. Karangwa, though, stealing a good 10 metres from where the foul occurred. And McCormack now clips it forward. Karangwa in space. Can he get a good ball across the penalty area? He does, but it's good defending again. Played over the side by Congo. I think that was Sherwin just putting that one away. It was indeed McCormack. Oh, through the legs of Lukundo. McCormack will be pleased with that one. He's beaten a second defender. Plays it out wide now to Karangwa. Karangwa again drills it across the 6-yard box and out to the penalty area. Now Joseph. Oh, what a pass. Lukundo's going to get onto that. Joseph continues his run. Lukundo looks to play it back to his captain. Just got caught under his foot. Looks to get onto the right foot. Can't get there, but Fazekas will clean up. The ball comes back now to Dia. Dia has a shot, and that's an easy save for Patrick Cowser. Gets on with things quickly. Finds McCormack. We've got about just over 2 minutes left in this first half. Karangwa goes infield again, looking for, well, he was looking for the diagonal pass, but it comes to McCormack, who came back. Karangwa shields with his body well. Plays it square on halfway. Zimbabwe, can they score one in the last minute, having scored in the opening 2 minutes? It's broken nicely. Shot comes in. It's bobbled over the bar. Lafombo, well, he didn't seem to know much about it, as Tashabangu's shot really stung the palms. And it was very nearly a goal for Zimbabwe right at the end of this first half. It would have given them a real lifeline going into the second. Just a 1-goal deficit, whereas at the moment it looks like they may well be going in 2 goals down. But if they can score now, it'll change the game completely. So the corner coming in from the left-hand side as Zimbabwe clip it to the near post, and it's a wasted opportunity. It just goes one bounce out of play. Nobody needing to defend it and nobody able to attack it. You just look back and there was that great clearance early in the match when Zimbabwe could so easily have gone 2-1 up. Jean-Michel coming across and just getting a vital boot that took it out for a corner as it looked as if it was going to squeeze in at the near post. And you look at the way the game has gone since then, and that was a crucial moment, possibly the turning point. Good clearance from Lefombo, flicked on. It goes up in the air. It's brought down well by Joseph. Over the head he goes, but cleared by Zimbabwe. Again, it's scrappy on halfway. And the free kick goes Zimbabwe's way, but a little bit disappointed. I think they wanted to play on with that one. And they've got the chance to attack again now. Cutting in. Shot needs to be held, and it was held by Lefombo. Just needed to hold on to that as Karangwa was coming in and ready to pounce on any ball that just dribbled loose from the goalkeeper. And there goes the whistle for the end of the first half. It's been thoroughly entertaining stuff from the Masters in this Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup final. But in going into half-time, it is Congo who are in the box seat as they lead on the scoreboard by 3-1. 2 goals from their captain, Wilonya Joseph, and 1 from Lekunda.
Which loan one language kajwit kaya police call togoben elo kukwat call togoben inalang kia war kuyen elon one bi nang kajwaj tanin kuyen ele bi nang kajwit kache ko je ke kwany akudnum dun yi na which loan one language kajwaj marot akudnum police Western Australia yi chipol akuma gen WA Perth.
Welcome to Geodrill, the hallmark of safety first and eco-friendly drilling in West, East and Southern Africa. Established in 1998, the company operates in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire and Mali in West Africa. With state-of-the-art equipment, training and cutting-edge technology, Geodrill has become the vanguard of drilling on the African continent. With a track record of 2 decades of professionalism, dedication and commitment, Geodrill continues to lead the drilling industry, meeting the highest industry safety standards with an environmentally friendly drilling philosophy. Geodrill, your preferred drilling partner in Africa.
which lon won lengi kajwit kay police call to goben elo ku kwat call to goben inaleng ki war kuyen elon won bi nang kajwa tanin kuyen ele bi nang kajwit ke che ko je ke kwan akunnum dun yi na which lon won lengi kajwa marot akunnum police Western Australia yi chipol akuma gen WA Perth.
Welcome to Geodrill, the hallmark of safety first and eco-friendly drilling in West, East and Southern Africa. Established in 1998, the company operates in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire and Mali in West Africa. With state-of-the-art equipment, training and cutting-edge technology, Geodrill has become the vanguard of drilling on the African continent. With a track record of 2 decades of professionalism, dedication and commitment, Geodrill continues to lead the drilling industry, meeting the highest industry safety standards with an environmentally friendly drilling philosophy. Geodrill, your preferred drilling partner in Africa.
Welcome back to Kingsway Reserve, the home of Olympic Kingsway, as we see the officials making their way out for the second half of this Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup Masters competition. And at half-time, as you can see on the scoreboard, it is Congo 3, Zimbabwe 1 at the moment. Zimbabwe, not surprisingly, first out for the second half. And not surprisingly, the players taking a little bit longer than the 10 minutes allocated. But it is a warm day here, and no doubt they want a little bit of a rest, and they are in the Masters category. So it takes just that little bit longer to get up off the bench and get back out of the changing rooms. But Congo have looked really good in this match so far. Zimbabwe have had their moments and have really been... Well, they took the lead and they had the chance to go 2-1 ahead, and really late in the first half they could so easily have in fact pulled a goal back, but they didn't manage to do so. If we look at the official Cup of African Nations, Congo have participated in 19 events, and of course they won twice in 1968 and 1974, and famously went to the World Cup in 1974, where they were the first all-black team to ever compete at a FIFA World Cup finals, and that was in Germany. So it was quite an achievement for their nation, and something of which they can be extremely proud. Zimbabwe, well, they're a fairly new country, of course, used to be Rhodesia, or Southern Rhodesia, and they've had 5 appearances in the main Cup of African Nations. First was in 2004 and the last one 2019. So they're really a nation that is rebuilding their football, trying to compete in Africa, and they're trying to compete here today in the Masters. Zimbabwe in the Perth African Nations Cup actually had some good results. Also in the juniors they were doing well, and in the seniors. So this is the only final they're playing in today, but they could have so easily been contesting more than the one final. But it's going to be an uphill battle. They really need to get the next goal, you feel, to get into this game and have a chance of either forcing a draw or snatching a victory in the next 35 minutes. There's clearly an issue at the moment. We're just trying to work out what that is. Congo have come out certainly without a goalkeeper, so whether they're that confident, I'm not sure. And you can just see the bench just talking to the officials. And I can't believe that, here he comes, Simon Lafombo. I can't believe he took the wrong turn in the change room. Now he was going to go to the wrong end. So clearly a man that's not the greatest when it comes to direction. Lafombo maybe needs a built-in GPS. But he makes his way now down to his goal, and hopefully we can get the second half underway. Will be Zimbabwe to kick off. The referee just checks his watch. Whistle goes to his mouth, and there is the whistle. And the second half now underway. Can they come back? McCormack over the ball. Slides a pass into the midfield. First time pass goes out wide, and unfortunately not kept in play by Karangwa. Thrown forward. Fazekas just tries to help it on. Zimbabwe again going for the ball over the top. Brought down brilliantly. Shot. Good save, Lafombo, to deny Tashpangu. And a big clearance in the end from Dia. Well, that was everybody coming together. The free kick's gone the way of Congo. Zimbabwe complaining. Again, a lively start by the Warriors, as their national team is known, and I think they deserve to be called that because they're going to have to beat really strong Warriors in this game. 3 players going back to contest one ball. Fazekas had time to bring it down, didn't, and then that's belted upfield that time by Riano. Picked up in defence well by John Opoka. And that's aimed as a pass, and it just ran a little bit too high and too long to be kept in play. So Zimbabwe get possession again and the chance to go on the attack. Good skills, but losing out again. One back again by Zimbabwe, and here's trouble. Good movement again by Tashabango across the face of goal. And if not cleared the danger, it's going to ricochet up in the air. Desperation from Ricardo. Ricardo getting there first and winning the ball for Congo. Back to Ricardo. And he clips that one for Fazekas, lets it run. Almost ran on for Rene Tribo. Goes back to the goalkeeper. That's not a good clearance from Cows. It'll go out over the sideline. Congo now in a good position to go on the attack again. So Ricardo now with the throw, a man who I believe is a security guard, so he's not going to let many players past him. Joseph looking for players, plays it into space, but tired legs, and eventually kept in play by Dia. Didn't quite go out of play. Fazekas, strong defending. The defence, though, putting themselves under a little bit of pressure. Going back that time, Riano battling for the ball. The whistle's gone, and just trying to see who the free kick's gone to. It's gone to Zimbabwe. Just a little bit of a mix-up at the back defensively for Zimbabwe. Martin Murererwa playing the ball into a dangerous area. McCormack, though, has plenty of space now on the right-hand side. Carries it over halfway. Clips a good ball to the top of the penalty area. Good header goes out wide, but there's nobody there for Zimbabwe. And cleverly played into the shins by Opoka. Infield it goes again. Congo looking to come forward. Joseph was strong in the tackle, but is penalised for a foul in the end on Carrington Riano. Zimbabwe again get on with things quickly. Skip past one tackle and goes past the defender again. Good run inside the penalty area. Comes back. Oh dear. That was such a good opportunity for Zimbabwe. They had numbers forward, and as the ball bounced, just played the ball up into the air, and it went harmlessly out of play. Those are those half chances that they've really got to turn into full opportunities. Of course, if you're looking for opportunities with your finances, contact Lifespan Consultants, a 3-generation family business specialising in life insurance and financial planning. They're in Wembley. Zimbabwe continuing to go on the attack. It's a mistake at the back. Bursting around the back. The keeper's come off his line. Good defence in the end. Taking that one away by Jackson. And Jackson getting a nice little handshake. I think that's from Blessing Tsungu. So Zimbabwe are really knocking on the door. Going for the long throw. It's gone into the penalty area. Ricardo's head is not the best, but Congo get it up to halfway. Just one player forward, that's Joseph. Joseph trying to cut in the infield pass, and well, that was good pressure by him. Lekundu comes forward. McCormack gets there, though. Comes wide again now. McCormack on halfway. Short pass from him. Cleared by Lafombo. Scrappy at the moment. Neither team putting their foot on the ball. Now eventually Ricardo does. Short pass goes to Dia. Back to Ricardo. Good run on the overlap coming from deep in defence. Good work by Jackson. Jackson short pass to Dia. Dia top of the penalty area, trying to get on his left foot. Pushes the ball wide. Cutting infield. Showed a lot of the ball there. Good tackle again. Driving through the middle. Brilliant tackle. With just one defender to beat. That was an exceptionally good tackle. But it's Zimbabwe on the attack now. The whistle is gone. Well, that was a really well-timed tackle coming that time in the defensive line. Zimbabwe looked like they were in real trouble. And they've got the free kick now. Can they make something out of this? Drilled forward. Flick towards goal, and Lefombo, well, he came across. It wasn't the sort of catch that would give you a lot of confidence. It was a bit like an English cricketer's catch. Good defensive work, though, coming just now from Nlea. Through the middle, that goes too much pace on the pass, though. And Lefombo grabs with ease. But it is, at the moment, a really positive start to the second half by Zimbabwe, and you feel as if Congo just clinging on at the moment. Lukundu finds Joseph. Fazekas just held up. Shot from him goes over the crossbar. Oh, Patrick Kauza just watched that one go. He was confident that was not going to be on target and just watched it go high over his crossbar. Again, the pace just slowing a little bit. It's midday here, so probably the sun almost at its peak. And these older players having a play. Ndlovu plays it forward. And that will go out of play off the Congo player. Moyo, down the line it goes, and well, I think there was nothing really untoward about that. Kayama Sherwin came across, and unfortunately not looking where he was going. Arneas ran into him, and looking to take that one quickly was Sobukoshi Moyo. So now over the ball is Arneas. Arneas Manyaruke, who scored the first goal of the game. That's a good deep cross. Man's free at the back post. He just didn't get the connection and never managed to bring it down. Dia tries to get it under control for Congo, top of the penalty area. It's going to break for Lukundu, stolen back from him. Good work that time from Karangwa. McCormack now clips it down the line. Good header to put it over the side from Congo. They really are having to defend valiantly at the moment. McCormack receives it wide, tried to turn, but there wasn't enough room, and the ball goes over the sideline for a Congo throw. Fazekas plays the ball back. Lukundu brings it down well. Although he's been penalised for a handball, I think that's a little bit harsh from where I am. Looked to me like he caught it on the shoulder. Good work again from Wilbert Tashabangu. Into the penalty area it goes, and that's a very brave save from Lefombo. And he gets an appreciative pat on the back from Moyo. Lefombo at times has looked a little bit jittery, but there he was positive. Really strong save at the feet of Moyo. And that will give his team a little bit more confidence. McCormack dispossessed. Lukundo, good tackle again coming in that time. That was from Nlea again. And Nlea's been really solid at the back. So we're just now having a substitution down below. This gives me a chance to again acknowledge our sponsors, Geodrill, who won the Best Workforce and Industry Development Initiative at Africa Down Under, sponsored by AMEG, which was for environmental, social and governance in 2020, and they were finalists in 2021. Tumaini Magorwa coming on now for Congo. As I mentioned, Geodrill have supported us in the coverage of this Perth African Nations Cup for the last 3 years, so really strong supporter of the African community here in Australia. Zimbabwe again being put under pressure. It's good work from Alexander Fazekas. Down the line it goes and over the line it goes, so it'll be a Congo throw. Just the pace slowing a little bit. Congo would just want to take the sting out of the game at the moment because they've been under pressure. They're appealing for a corner. It's a goal kick, though. I think that was just hope rather than actually any passion behind that plea. 10 minutes have gone in the second half. No goals as yet. Still Congo leading by 3-1. Zimbabwe desperate for a goal. Clearance is not a good one. Tumaini got the ball. Joseph. 2 defenders close him down. Goes short this time to Ricardo. Ricardo looks to play a penetrating pass into the penalty area. What a shot, what a save. Well, that was great from Fazekas and a really good save from Kauza. Cross the face of goal for Fazekas. Very nearly. Well, he's claiming it went off the defender. I have to agree. I thought that went off again. A really good challenge coming from Tulani Nlea. Tulani Nlea has put in some really well-timed challenges for Zimbabwe at the back. So Zimbabwe now trying to come out again from defence. And just caught there is Lukunda. It was accidental. It's just a high boot. It was a bit unfortunate from Sam Karangwa. He just happened to catch Lukunda. And the ball given back to Zimbabwe. Karangwa playing it forward, and that time it just didn't drop for Tashabangu. Lukunda. Infield to Fazekas. Fazekas has got space, goes back to Lukunda. Lukunda advancing into the penalty area. Back to Fazekas, top of the penalty area. Again, a really good tackle coming in from Nlea. Clip to the back post. It's not cleared, it's dropped. And Joseph denied by who else? Well, what a header that was. It wasn't, in fact, Nlea. It was another really good header this time, coming with the goal at their mercy. And a thumbs up given as the defence comes out for Zimbabwe, but that was crucial. 4-1, and you would have thought it was game over. The header coming in the end from Patrick Nluvu. Patrick Nluvu, well, that was such an important header. He's a man who works in the disability sector and has done since 2009, so doing a bit for his team and doing a bit for society off the field of play. Zimbabwe play the ball to the back post. It's just a little bit overhit. Defence trying to close down. Good pass to Moyo. Moyo clips it over the top. Cross the face of goal. Lafombo, though, gathers from Aeneas' shot. I think it was a shot come cross. He got caught in two minds. Aeneas Manyaruke, who plays for Sporting Warriors. I believe he loves his cricket. It's a good pass forward again. And there's a great chance into the penalty area. It's wide! Wilbert Tashabangu puts it wide. And it looked as if they must score then. A brilliant pass. And he just got the angles wrong. Well, there's no doubt the young gentleman in front of us who they're supporting, because they were up in celebration as that shot went wide. So Congo really are hanging on at the moment. 15 minutes gone now. So 20 minutes left. Can they hang on to this 3-1 lead? And we're looking for another substitution. And Bellington Marufu is the player coming on for Zimbabwe. And again, it gives me a chance to just remind people that the WA Police Force is recruiting now and looking for people with different backgrounds and cultures to reflect our local West Australian community. If you want a job with more, let's join forces.wa.gov.au. That's let's join forces.wa.gov.au for more information. And of course, the WA Police very much getting behind the Perth African Nations Cup every year, and the Police Commissioner will be here for the senior final today. Lukunda brings it down. Forced wide. McCormack is inside him. Goes to Fazekas. Fazekas, well, he tried the nutmeg. Didn't manage to pull it off. Player on the ground. Lakunda gets the ball. Moyo steals it now. And Zimbabwe, have they kept it in play? The flag stays down, so they must have. On that far side, McCormack. And that's headed forward by Tashabangu, but there was nobody forward for Zimbabwe. First time pass from Lufombo, played with extreme confidence. Goes infield now. Moyo is there. Sobukoshi Moyo gives the ball away. He's in front. It's a save. Comes wide. That's off the crossbar. It's ricochet back out for Zimbabwe. Out of play, says the referee's assistant. Well, I thought that had stayed in play. So once again, a chance goes begging for Zimbabwe, and Congo can breathe another heavy sigh of relief. But you do feel it's just a matter of time before Zimbabwe get a goal back in this game. 18 minutes to go. And that's going to be, no, well, yeah, unfortunately, Tumaini, he played the ball trying to keep it in play and then let it run out of play. Good intercept from Ricardo. Tumaini gets it now. Ricardo's made a good run over the top. He goes looking for Joseph, but easily claimed by Kauza, who bowls the ball out now to McCormack. McCormack closed down, skips past Lakunda. And Zimbabwe just looking a little bit more composed at the moment, but good defensive play again from Jean-Michel Kasongo. Kasongo has been a tower of strength at the back for Congo. Lakunda plays it forward. Joseph, well, I thought he was going to get on the end of that. Good defence in the end, though, from Nluvu. Nluvu, calm as you like at the back for Zimbabwe. Well, which way is this game going to go? Congo at the moment in the box seat, but Zimbabwe, you feel, if they get one, there's every chance they could get a second and take this to a penalty shootout. No extra time in the Masters final here at the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup in the Masters final. That's played forward, but it's an aimless ball forward, and we just dribble out of play for a goal kick for Congo, and I'm sure Simon Lufombo will take his time. Lufombo, who played for Chipolo Polo locally and also plays futsal for South Perth Futsal Club. Carried forward again by Jean-Michel Kasongo. Belted forward this time by Nluvu. Good header by Ricardo. Someone needs to bring the ball down. Fazekas nods it on. Nluvu just plays it forward again. It'll fall for Ricardo. He does bring the ball back down onto the pitch. His pass, though, is short, and there's a great opportunity now. Bursting forward is Aeneas, but it's just too far, and able to let that run was Kayame Sherwin. Just a little bit too heavy with the pass was Tashabangu. Wilbert Tashabangu, who's been playing for Forestfield United since 2016. Oh dear, that's gone straight out of play and sees possession go back to Zimbabwe, and their bench quick to get the ball. Martin Urerwa, in fact, sorry, it's Moyo, Mafundi Moyo. They swapped shirts, didn't they? Lakunda. And kept in play this time. Out wide by Apoka. John Apoka looking for Joseph. Joseph is going to get that under control. He's got a defender in close attendance. Steps back. Good play by Joseph. Player coming in the top of the area. Deflected. He tried a shot from an angle where really it was very ambitious. Now there's a chance again. Tumani just dispossessed. Good tackle. Moyo playing it down the line. It's a good pass from Moyo. Good turn again from Tashabanga. Tashabango just dispossessed. Good tackle coming in that time, I think, from Kayame Sherman. And Fazekas somehow was onside. Joseph is running in the middle. He lays it to Joseph, falls to the back post. Lukunda! And there's a fourth for Congo. Lukunda opened the scoring, and he now has his second, and he has Congo's fourth. And you feel that against all the pressure, that may well now seal the game for Congo. I thought Fazekas may have been offside. The flag stayed down, and Fazekas crossed brilliantly. He saw the run at the back of the penalty area, fed it to Lukunda, who made no mistake burying it in the bottom corner. Congo 4, Zimbabwe 1. "13 minutes left. Can Zimbabwe come back?" Lufombo comes off his line now quickly, grabs it, tells everyone to stay calm. Jean-Michel Kasongo looking for options, carrying it out of defence, closed down, skips past Tashabanga, Bangu rather. Ricardo happy to go back defensively. It's a good lead again. Tumaini, great turn by him, clips a beautiful ball, just maybe slightly overhit to Joseph. Lukunda tries to keep it in play, and the flag's gone up unfortunately, but was not a bad pass from Tumaini Magorwa. He just put a little bit too much on it. It was curling beautifully, but just a little bit too strong for Joseph. Tumani Magorwa, who actually owns a commercial cleaning business, which is the A-Team it's called. And of course, we all know the A-Team from TV. They love it when a plan comes together. Fazekas. Fazekas being forced away by McCormack, plays a 1-2 with Lukunda, breaks kindly off the shins of Fazekas, but now Zimbabwe have the ball and carry it out of defence. They've got runners coming forward, the midfield a little bit slow to come out, and it was a good attempt to get forward by Sobukoshi Moyo. Moyo, who plays for South Perth United, hails originally from Bulawayo. And we've got another substitution coming for Congo. And I wish I could share with you who it is coming on. In fact, I can. It's Rene Tribo coming on. For a second I thought I didn't have his name down, but I do. And it's not surprisingly high fives and smiles all around on the benches. Dikaka Abandelwa, we've been calling Eme, which is what he prefers, takes a breather. Lukunda goes to Joseph again. Joseph peels away from the defender, looks to clip a shot. Good block coming in that time. That was Blessing Tsungu rather. Pass forward is a good one to Seko Mokebe. Mokebe has managed to hang on to possession, skips around one. Good play by him, he almost impeded. That's a good pass as well, played out wide now, and Mokebe's made a good run into the penalty spot. It's going to go over his head, trying to nod that forward, but it went over, again, the attacker's head. And it is Tumani who plays it forward over the head of Joseph. Nodded forward again by Tulani Nlea. McCormack now. Zimbabwe have got numbers forward. That goes out wide. There's plenty of space there to put in a good cross. Brings it in, drills it low. Lufombo loses it. Good clearance though by his defence. And Zimbabwe have to get the ball back, but Lukunda coming back. Fazekas. Well, Fazekas upended there unceremoniously. Apology coming in, but Bellington Marufu, that was a very, very clumsy tackle. Bellington Marufu comes from Mashonaland East Studied at St. Paul's Musami Mission back in Zimbabwe. So over the defensive line it goes. Off his line comes Kauza and claims it. Wants to get on with play quickly as time is running out for Zimbabwe. Especially if they're going to get 3 goals. You just feel now with 9 minutes left, they've got a mountain to climb. That's another good ball forward. Oneus, and it's gone in. They've got 1. They've got 2 more to go. Oneus with a really good pass and a well hit finish in the end, going in the bottom corner. Lufombo, some may say that he should have probably covered his near post, but didn't manage to do so, and it was drilled home. So Zimbabwe pull a goal back with 9 minutes or 8 minutes now left. So it was a good finish by Seko Mokebe. Mokebe deserved that after the work he'd done before. And here's another great chance. Offside though, the flag goes up. Well, that would have made things very different if that had been onside and Zimbabwe had managed to finish that opportunity. The bench from Congo now getting a little bit more animated. And certainly not happy as Jean-Michel Kasongo's walked all the way over to the coach to have a word. And the substitutes being told to sit down because they weren't warming up, they were just standing watching. Tumani lays it back. Fazekas comes in. Strong challenge coming in from Bellington Marufu. And that's going to go out of play. You should think that Congo could hold on. Really important from Tribo there, or Rene as he likes to be known. Ricardo now. Infield to Fazekas. Fazekas short pass to Joseph. Good defence once more coming from Unluvu. Fazekas tries again, this time to Lekunda, who's tried to nod it over. And offside flag, is it? Oh no, it's a push. Walonya Joseph saying he felt hard done by that decision. Mokebe, that's a good pass again. But you feel Jean-Michel had it covered and he's played it off the attacker, but it kept him play well. Comes back to Mokebe. Mokebe into the penalty area. Takes a tumble. Penalty given. Wow. Not happy about that one. Sherwin, the man penalised. The referee's given a penalty. And Mokebe, who just scored literally a couple of minutes ago, has now won his team a penalty. And if Zimbabwe convert this, it will be 4-3. Well, stepping forward with the responsibility to take this. Simon Lufombo stands on his line. Played to the left-hand side. Zimbabwe have got a goal back. And I think it's Aeneas who got that one as well. So 4-3 now in favour of Congo. And you just can't believe how Zimbabwe have come out for this second half with so much determination. And we've got 4.5 minutes left by our clock. But there'll be a little bit of time added on for the substitutions and the injuries. The big question now is, can Congo hang on? Fazekas, short pass. Tumaini drills that one forward. It's going to break kindly, you feel. Joseph keeps it in play. Plays it off the defender. It's a corner to Congo. How they need a goal now. Well, I mentioned Congo undefeated so far in the tournament. Had only conceded 3 goals to get to the final. They've conceded 3 now in the final. So taking the corner is Tumani Magorwa. Puts it into the air. It's deep. Oh dear, trying to hit that on the volley. Lukunda. And that was very ambitious, I think. Actually, it wasn't Lukunda. My apologies, it was Tribo. Maybe should have just been a little bit more composed. Rene with that one. Jean-Michel makes no mistake, gets it forward. Ricardo didn't get it under control. Lukunda tries to, Ricardo dives in. Down the line it goes from Zimbabwe. Here they come once more. Bursting forward. Defensive play comes across. Sherwin, the man who was penalised, puts it over the sideline. In fact, it's gone for a corner. So Zimbabwe now have a chance to get an equaliser. Who would believe it? 4-3. Just under 4 minutes left. All bar 3 players forward now for Zimbabwe. It's clipped flat. Lufombo comes off his line. He did well to get a punch to that. Opoka tried to clear it, but it's back with Zimbabwe. Drill close, it's gone in! It went in, I think, off the post. And they've got an equaliser, 4-4, and the crowd here just erupts. Well, that, by all intents and purposes, should never have gone in. But it doesn't matter, it did. And Zimbabwe are level. Just trying to confirm who the scorer was. It was a good strike with the outside of the foot. And I believe that the goal scorer for that one was Rianu. So Carrington Rianu gets the fourth. And we may well be headed to penalties. Just 2 minutes left by our clock. Oh, surely Zimbabwe can't go and win it now. That would be the comeback of all comebacks. Now, Congo looked to have this game sewn up at 3-1. Lukunda was being held there. Flag stayed down though. Played forward, strong header. Good header that time from Jackson. Drilled over the top again, the defence. And look at the pace. Mokebe. And good clearance again by Lufombo. Mokebe, though, is determined to win this game. He scored one, won a penalty, and he's not giving up the ghost at all. Mokebe, who comes from Senegal in the Free State of South Africa. Went to Tshwane University of Technology. He's a man who says he believes in teamwork, and at the moment he is really working for his team. Up in the air it goes. How much time will the referee add on? It's going to be Zimbabwe ball. The throw comes, it's a long one from Marewa. Fazekas heads it forward. Trying to close down was Tribo. McCormack desperate to get the ball back for Zimbabwe and start another attack. Plays it out wide on the right-hand side. Eyeing up what's ahead. It's a good, long, deep cross. Jean-Michel gets up again. Good header by him, but played into danger a little bit by Tumani. Well, by our clock, that is time up. Trying to keep an eye on the referee. It's a free kick to Congo. And Congo really need to get the ball forward as quickly as possible. They're making one final substitution. And I can tell you this time, I don't have a number 4 on my team sheet, but I'll have another quick look here if I can find. No, I don't have a number 4. So if he scores, I'm afraid I can't tell you who it is. And that is the end of the match, and we are going to a penalty shootout. Well, what a comeback by Zimbabwe in this Masters final. They were 3-1 down at half-time, and somehow they managed to get back. Seko Mokebe, his goal initially changing things around in the 62nd minute. He then won a penalty which was converted in the 65th. And then Riano with a shot that you'd have to say was more speculative than brilliant, just went in off the near post to tie things up at 4 apiece. So we are going to go to a penalty shootout now. I'm sure the players will be just having a bit of a rest. You can see the Congo players really shaking their heads. Well, we might get some more messages from our sponsors, and then we'll be back for the penalty shootout.
Which loan one language kajwit kay police call togoben elo kukwat call togoben inalang kiye war kuyen elon one bi nang kajwaj tanin kuyen ele bi nang kajwit kache ko je ke kwan akunum dun yi na which loan one language kajwaj marot akunum police Western Australia yi pol akuma gen WA Perth.
Welcome to Geodrill, the hallmark of safety first and eco-friendly drilling in West, East and Southern Africa. Established in 1998, the company operates in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire and Mali in West Africa. With state-of-the-art equipment, training and cutting-edge technology, Geodrill has become the vanguard of drilling on the African continent. With a track record of 2 decades of professionalism, dedication and commitment, Geodrill continues to lead the drilling industry, meeting the highest industry safety standards with an environmentally friendly drilling philosophy. Geodrill, your preferred drilling partner in Africa.
Welcome back to Kingsway Reserve, where the referee has spoken to both the captains. We're just getting ready for a penalty shootout now after the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup Masters for 2021 finished in a 4-all draw. Wonderful comeback by Zimbabwe. Well, I said their national team nicknamed the Warriors. Well, they really showed this team that they are indeed warriors. A wonderful comeback, and they have now forced a penalty shootout. Now, I do believe, I was just watching, that we may in fact see a different goalkeeper going in goal for Congo. Simon Lafombo looks to have injured his finger, his right pinky finger, and he seemed to be in a lot of pain. It looked as if it may well have been dislocated or certainly swollen, and so they are going to change goalkeepers. And it looks as if Kayami Sherwin is going to do the honours in goal. He has the gloves on. Well, Congo, who seemed to be coasting, had the game, you felt, in the bag, and they let it slip. But Zimbabwe, you should not take anything away from them. The way they came out in the second half, they created chance after chance, and it was only a matter of time. So we will see who will prevail now. And Congo, you feel psychologically really wounded by that. Lafombo just being told he must be still on the pitch. It's a long conversation going on with the officials. Kami Sherwin is going to be in goal for the first one. Zimbabwe with the first attempt on goal. Zimbabwe, who I mentioned, got through to this final courtesy of a penalty shootout, and they did not miss any in that penalty shootout. So they will be feeling pretty confident at the moment. Short run up for the first one, and he puts it in the top left-hand corner. That is a brilliant finish, played with confidence. Now coming forward for Congo, Walonya Joseph, to try and keep things level for Congo. Do you play your best players first in the shootout, or do you keep them to the final couple? Joseph, a straight run from him, puts it the opposite side to the side that Kauza drives, and that is one apiece. Now making his way forward, Steve McCormack, jogging forward. McCormack, who hails originally from Glasgow, works in fire-safe systems. Is he going to be on fire now? Looks to have again a fairly straight run-up. Is he just going to belt it? No, he places it. It's gone in off the post. Well, Sherwin was unlucky there. He got a hand to it and pushed it onto the post, but it rolled back over the goal line. Sprinting forward now is Ricardo as they look to get on with things quickly. Ricardo just, I think he's asking for a new ball, but referee says, no, everyone else is happy with this one. You get on with it. So, Ricardo now. Can he keep Congo on level terms again? Looks to be a fairly straight run down the middle. Puts it to the keeper's left, and that again, a very good finish. So now Zimbabwe slowing things down, just strolling forward to try and keep this lead and keep the penalty shootout alive. Liberia had one earlier in the tournament, went 22 shots. But now we have coming forward Carrington Riano for Zimbabwe. Riano, oh, that was cool and calm, and he's got the right result. Just a couple of steps and he clipped that ball beautifully into the right-hand corner. Well, here's the substitute who is not on my team sheet for Congo, so I cannot share with you who this is stepping forward now for Congo to take this all-important third penalty. Again, favouring the short run-up. Skips around to play it with his right foot. Oh, that's good too. We're all tied up at 3 apiece. Well, there really is nothing to separate these two, and you feel sorry for the first player who's going to miss because it's going to be a really painful blow. Patrick Ndlovu now making his way forward. Ndlovu, who was so strong at the back for Zimbabwe, especially in that second half when there were some really strong attacks coming from Congo as Zimbabwe were trying to get back into the match. Ndlovu, longer run-up than we've seen from any other player. Does that mean power, or does it mean a little bit of deception? He jogs forward, stops almost, and it goes under the keeper. Well, I think it counts. The question is, did he stop completely? Of course, you're not allowed to do that. And I know when he took one in the semi-final, there was questions asked by the Liberian players whether he'd actually stopped. But now it's Alexander Fazekas for Congo. This to make it 4 apiece. Of course, if it gets to 5 apiece, we go to sudden death. Hush comes over the main stand here at Kingsway Reserve. Fazekas, oh, calm as you like, just placed it at the keeper's left-hand side. Kayame Sherwin has come the closest to saving one so far. And this is the one his teammates would love him to save if he could. The final of 5. Coming forward is Wilbert Tashabangu, who was really lively throughout for Zimbabwe. Can he make it the perfect 5 from 5 for Zimbabwe? Short run up, plays it, good save! It's been saved by Sherwin. So now if Congo score, it will be Congo who will be smoking history, Masters Perth African Cup final winners. Making his way forward is Lukunda. Referee having a long chat with Lukunda. He's got to go and fetch the ball, which, well, you don't usually see players having to do that. Kisses the ball. Lukunda, who was very lively up front for Congo, with a chance to seal the Perth African Nations Cup for Congo in 2021. Short run up, he thought about the one step, he's gone back a bit further. Comes forward, side foots it straight down the middle. Congo win the shootout. Lukunda converts, and after a 4-all draw, it is Congo that win the Perth African Nations Cup Masters Tournament in 2021 on penalties, 5 goals to 4. Let the celebrations begin. Congo, well, they were pegged back by a valiant Zimbabwe, but in the end they kept their cool in the shootout, and they are the smoking history Perth African Nations Cup Masters champions 2021.
Which lon one language kajwit kay police call to goben elo ku kwat call to goben inalang ki war kuyen elon one bi nang kajwa tanin kuyen ele bi nang kajwit ke che ko je ke kwan akunnom dun yi na which lon one language kajwa marot akunnom police Western Australia yi chipol akuma gen WA Perth